So, two main questions from the Q&A: how I made my raps and how long does it take to make them. I decided to combine these two in this video. Also, answer everything from my Q&A vid. This is the final Q&A vid, and I'll answer everything left here. I start making a rap by thinking an idea and going on BandLab. I draw from my pain. I think of something that I need to talk about usually, and I write it out. It's just great therapy. I write the lyrics when I make the beat. Sometimes I just write the lyrics, but I try to write the lyrics while I make the beat. When I'm making the beat, when I'm not making the beat, I get a beat from either the internet or my bro Slit Wrists, who produces. He's a really dope producer, and not many people know about him yet, so link in the description. But anyway, how my brain works with music is I think of a topic, then I think about what I want to say, then I think of a rhyme that will tie it up all together. I know it sounds simple, but that's just kind of how I do it. I mean, I also like making the beat at the same time so that it keeps me motivated to finish the project, since I see all the progress right in front of me. At the same time, it allows me to fit the beat with the music, and if I want to beat change with a lyric, it's right there waiting for me. Because I've been trying to listen to the beats before I write more often. Sometimes I just get a great idea and write it down, but I'm working on that, because you're supposed to listen to music first. So, specifically with my lyrics, I usually try to rhyme the last two words and write what I have to say at the beginning. If I really take my time, I try to rhyme as many words as possible, but you'll be surprised. I usually take a half an hour to an hour to write my lyrics alone, when I'm not focused on a beat as well. If I really spent the time on my lyrics, I don't think I would ever finish the song, though. I treat my music like any other vid, get it done and upload it, and move on to the next idea. I know if I took a lot more time on the lyrics, though, I would make great songs, but would only upload like a few times a year. That's the trade-off. I get so many ideas for videos and songs that I constantly have to keep creating and get done with one idea so I can get to the next. Now, recording is pretty normal, though unlike most musicians, I actually leave one earbud out when I record, so I can hear how I sound when I record. Because when I have both in, for some reason I can't hear myself rap. For a setup with a computer, I can't hear myself with both earbuds in BandLab. The recording process takes longer because, like I said, with making the beat at the same time, but I'd say the recording process takes longer because, like I said, with making the beat at the same time, it takes longer than the lyrics, but I'd say it takes a day or two. Of course, I only spend a few hours a day because recording it is probably the hardest part for me. And I'll probably even get all my lyrics done at that point, since the beat is taking longer. So I just flow as much as I can and have the beat follow until my inner writer instincts tell me to keep writing. But to answer the question, for a beat I didn't make, it takes about a day altogether for a full song. A verse I can write and record in an hour, like a 16, and then if I make the beat and everything, it takes a few days. Combined with everything else I'm working on behind the scenes and taking breaks because I get bored of working on the same thing for so long. Yeah, that's another thing, man. Like, I do these features because I feel like I have to get them done before I get to something else. That's why I do a lot of features. When it's weird. It's like when I feel like I have to get something done, I get more accomplished. Like, I gotta get this out of the way before I can do something else. It's just weird. It should be, I do things that I want to do, and I get those out first. No, but to be technical, I have a Yeti little microphone I use in Punchy Raps on BandLab, and I don't mix or master any of my music. My friends like CJ Lyles and the Halens offered to mix them for me, but sometimes I just get too impatient when I finish to just upload it and don't bother. I know that would help, but the way I produce content, especially with YouTube's algorithm, it helps keep up and with everybody else on this website and works in my favor. I think it's best to say if it sounds good enough to put it up, because the next idea is going to pop in my head, and I do for something else I do on this channel that is just as good of an idea. That's how I keep creating. You know, I don't focus on the details and put it up. I wouldn't say I'm fast food rap though, because I do put effort in everything I do, but I'd rather be relevant and productive and cutting a few corners and be perfect. Only have that one song every like 6 months to show for it. I have so many ideas that I want to share with you guys, and I'm not going to drive myself crazy and summon my inner perfectionist, because once that rap is uploaded, I call it finished and move on to the next project. See, I either upload it when it's good enough, or I nitpick it and nitpick it and nitpick it and nitpick it, and it never comes out. So I think this is the better option. I forgot to mention my future plans on my channel, on the one about how I feel about being a YouTuber video that I just dropped the upload before this. But firstly, I like to make more content where I'll write again, because that's my biggest passion. So you might see a bit more written videos on a topic pop up here and there, but we'll keep my other content the same. With more writing, I would like to review some mainstream music that I want to talk about. I know I have the rap reviews for underground raps, but they don't get the views and support, so that's why I put them more in the background recently. Y'all can change that though if you want more. Hit the like button on the reviews, but of course I'm still doing them. But yeah, there's way too much work into it and too little support now that I just react to someone's rap and skip the wait, and everyone enjoys that a lot more. So because everyone's rap gets reacted on the same video and it gets more likes. But to be honest, I'm thankful, because the rap reviews take time and effort, and they were way too popular for me to keep up with. I'm also gonna try to rap more. Yeah, y'all been killing the like button with the raps, so I'm gonna bring some more for you guys. Sometimes though, my raps just feel like I said, sometimes I feel like I'm doing it just to do it with features, and I'm gonna continue to try to make music that I want to make, because sometimes it's just like either digging up the past and I don't want to talk about it, and it's just if I'm going through something, I need to rap about it. But it's just sometimes it's just the way I rap, it's just, it gets to me sometimes, and I can't do it all the time, because it's like I touch on heavy subjects that I want to talk about. So but speaking on doing more raps, I recently came out as asexual, and I'm gonna make a whole EP about it. That's all I'm gonna say, because I don't want anyone stealing my idea, what I have. After I finish the rest of the Q&A videos that I have left, and some other stuff I want to do, or before the other stuff I want to do, sometime I'm gonna make that EP. So that's something I want to talk about, and I'm just sick of talking about my autism and my mental health, and it's a vicious cycle. I said everything I could about it, so you know, that's, I need to find a different topic. But I haven't did a comedy in a while, and depending when this comes out, it might be after this, but I don't know if it's a good idea or not, so maybe it won't come out, but I'll try to drop it if I think it's funny enough. I just haven't had any ideas for comedy since I've been drained from the April Fool's Comedy Palooza, but I finally have an idea that I might do now, and I'll try to sprinkle in some more comedies when I can. So everything else is staying the same though, so for the rap reaction fans, no need to worry. They're at least done once a week on Sundays and twice if I'm able to, so I'm not going to touch those. And my favorite song from any album, I just made. My favorite song from any album I made has to be the Lonely remix. I think I said everything I had to say there, even though I wish I would have taken more responsibility that I'm the reason why I'm lonely, not because my friends are too busy. I need better time management. I mean, I still have the song 9 months later as my song in the featured video slot, so I think I explained the feeling of loneliness and isolation perfectly. I sat on the song idea for a while, but the Lonely Introvert EP was inspired by Mike Posner's At Night and Alone, and the Lonely remix and the original were inspired by I Took a Pill in Ibiza, where a rich, famous Hollywood writer and singer is sad, and he doesn't like where he's going. And I kind of related that to me because, yeah, if I called it the struggles of middle class, I don't think people would have felt it. I spoke about my emotions rather than where I am in life, because where I am in life, I'm in a good place. But mentally, if you look at pyramid I'm gonna share you, I didn't make it past tier 3, so my mental health was still bad, even though I'm in a good place. And again, like, you know, but I'm able to you know, just relax. But at the same time, with all that free time, it really messed up my brain, because I thought about the past and why I'm a mess up and all that. I'm not a mess up, but that's what I was thinking, because there's so much pressure where I am at to get a job, get out of your parents' house, and I'm not able to fulfill that. So it felt terrible. I think everyone struggles with something, and yes, people have it worse off than I do. Some people might like see my surface and say, "Hey, you have it good," but yeah, I do. But there's some things that are I have my own set of struggles, and they're not as bad as yours. But trust me, I'm going through something too. I made you feel my pain, and that's why I love the song so much, because I explained exactly how I felt, and people felt it and understood. I didn't. So that's why I love it. And there's a pyramid of happiness that at that time I didn't make it past the tier 3 with intimate relationships. So that's why I was unhappy. You know, I had my needs met, but mental health wise, I still struggled. So there is, unfortunately, this is my last video for the Q&A, but I plan to review my autobiography of Billy for the last thank you for 400 plus subs and explain in more detail. I got so deep that even I don't want to explain some parts in it more, but more than I have to, but I will do what I can to shed some more light on the project and what I'm talking about. Anyways, thank you for watching. Thanks for the 400 subs. If you're new here, drop a sub, and if you enjoyed, leave a like. Here's the 400 more. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you.